Senator Jim Inhofe is on a break back here in Oklahoma, and he joins me now with more on what's going on in Washington, D.C. We appreciate you coming in today.
It's good to be with you.
We want to start by talking about the war in Afghanistan. You know, it's been 3 months since General McChrystal requested 40,000 additional troops. Why do you think it's taken so long for Obama to make a decision on this?
Well, it was really a bad idea because now I am the second-ranking member on the Senate Armed Services Committee, and we have been trying to get him to go along with McChrystal. You know, one thing I'll say about previous presidents, Democrats and Republicans, they will let their chiefs in the field, their military people, make these decisions. And he didn't want to do that. And unfortunately, we were losing lives. Anytime you are operating with indecision, that just emboldens the terrorists. And finally, just now, he's agreed on 37,000, which is a little bit less than McChrystal is asking for. I suspect that the number that he wants will, but it should have been before now. If you remember the surge under General Petraeus, it was the second the surge took place, wham, everything started improving, and we ended up virtually winning this thing. And so this should have happened 2 months ago.
What do you believe should be done in Afghanistan?
It's a real tough area. It's tougher than it was in. You got to keep in mind, Afghanistan is twice as big in area as Iraq, and yet we've had half the number of people. And so we need to have more people there, enough to at least cover the south while we're working up in the Pakistani border. We are doing. Let me say this about the Oklahoma Guard. We have introduced a program along with the Guard from Nebraska that's doing a great job on the Pakistani border, working with the farmers in Afghanistan, teaching them different types of crops that they can use, and it's really had some very positive effects. I think what we have to do is keep our heads down, keep them down, and just win it the same way we won Iraq. In a way, there are some disadvantages and advantages. The disadvantage is that there's no central government to deal with in Afghanistan. It's all kind of corrupt mayors and, you know, peripheral people. But the good news is they're terrific warriors. And so we right now, in fact, our National Guard, up to about 3 years ago, was actually training them to train themselves. So I think my answer to your question is let McChrystal do his thing. There's no better person in the world. He comes from special ops, and he can win this thing.
Okay, let's switch gears now, talk about health care. Can you give us an update on the bill?
Yeah, well, you know what happened in the House, and a lot of the kicking and screaming and the arm twisting at the last minute, and the deals that were made. It's just government at its worst. And I said all the way through, it doesn't make that much difference what they pass out of the House. It is not going to pass the Senate. I can tell you it is not. There's no way in the world. For one thing, they have, it takes 60 votes in the Senate. But they also have a lot of Democrats now who are not really that excited about the government option after the August recess. You remember the August recess?
Yes.
All the town meetings, everyone hysterical. Good for them. That got the attention of the liberals in the United States Senate. So we picked up probably 6 or 7 votes. I don't think they have even half the votes that they need in order to get that passed.
And so your solution on health care reform?
Oh, well, there are a lot of things we can do with reforming health care. We need medical malpractice reform. We need to have HSAs, health savings accounts. We need to correct the cross state lines. There are about 10 things that we have. And by the way, if anyone wants to really get into it, inhofe.senate.gov is my website, and we have all these things lined up. We need health care reform. We just don't want a government subsidized program.
All right. Unfortunately, we are out of time. We appreciate you coming in today.
Nice to be with you, Melissa.
Thanks so much.
You bet.